Hello, you're kicking off the Wednesday's edition of Qpvn Election News Bulletin. You're with Milinji and again deadlines. Nationwide groundbreaking and inauguration ceremonies for 250 projects held. Vietnam and Bhutan opened a new chapter in cooperation. Vietnam's red flag with a golden star, symbol of vitality. In celebration of the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day, September 2nd, on August 19th, the groundbreaking and inauguration ceremonies for 250 projects across the country were held, with a total investment of over $53 billion. The program took place both in person and online at 80 venues in 34 provinces and cities. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended the inauguration of the Vietnam National Exhibition and Fair Center in Đông Anh District, Hanoi. Addressing the event, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính highlighted the scale and importance of these 250 projects, many of which are large in scope, technically complex and crucial to socio-economic development with strong participation from private enterprises. He expressed hope that its project could be a vibrant piece in the picture of Vietnam, a nation of independence, freedom, peace, unity, integration, strength, prosperity, civilization, and growth. Officially announcing the nationwide inauguration and groundbreaking ceremonies, the Prime Minister expressed confidence that in this special atmosphere, with special spirit and special efforts, Vietnam will achieve remarkable outcomes, creating momentum and driving forces for double-digit growth in the years ahead. At the event, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, and leaders and former leaders of the party, state ministries and localities at 80 venues simultaneously carried out the inauguration and groundbreaking of 250 projects across the nation. On this occasion, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính also presented high honors of the party, the state, and the government to organizations and individuals with outstanding achievements in promoting the movement to build modern, synchronized infrastructure, practice script, fight wakefulness, and contribute to building socialism and safeguarding the fatherland. Immediately after the ceremony, the General Secretary, the Prime Minister, and delegates toured the National Exhibition and Fair Center, which will host the exhibition at the Years of Independence, Freedom, Happiness, on the occasion of the 80th National Day. On August 19th, at the Presidential Palace, President Lương Cường and his spouse hosted a state-level welcome ceremony for King Jigme Khalsa Namgyal Wangchuk, accompanied by the Queen and high-level delegation of Bhutan on their official state visit to Vietnam. Following the ceremony, the two leaders held talks. It marks the first visit by a Bhutanese head of state to Vietnam since the two countries established diplomatic relations in 2012. Taking place on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of Vietnam's August Revolution and National Day, the visit carries significant meaning, ushering in a new chapter in bilateral ties. During their talks, President Lương Cường and King Jigme agreed to continuously strengthen friendship and mutual understanding while promoting more frequent high-level and regular exchanges. They also emphasized the importance of celebrating the signing of cooperation agreements, thereby creating a framework for concrete activities and projects. The two leaders expressed delight that Vietnam and Bhutan share many common views of international forums, particularly on issues such as sustainable development, climate change response, nature conservation, and peacekeeping. They reaffirmed their commitment to coordination and mutual support at international and regional organizations, especially the United Nations and the Non-Aligned Movement. After the talks, President Lương Cường and King Jigme witnessed the signing of several cooperation documents between the two nations. In Cà Mau Province, Defense Minister General Phan Văn Giang presided over the groundbreaking ceremony for the Cà Mau Cái Nước and Cái Nước Đất Mũi expressways, together with the route connecting Cape Cà Mau to Hòn Khoai Island and Hòn Khoai Dual-Use General Port. These projects are of special significance. Once completed, they will accelerate inter-regional socio-economic growth as serve as the front line showed safeguarding the southwestern skies and sea of the fatherland. They are carried out under the order for urgent construction works, with Project Management Unit 166 of the Ministry of National Defense as the investor and Corps 12 and other units as contractors. The Cà Mau-Cái Nước Expressway will be 42 kilometers long, running through Hồ Thị Kỷ and Phú Mỹ communes. The Cái Nước Đất Mũi Expressway will stretch more than 50 kilometers through Phú Mỹ and Đất Mũi communes. The route from Cape Cà Mau to Hòn Khoai Island will include a sea crossing bridge of over 18 kilometers, the longest in Vietnam and the third longest in Southeast Asia. The Hòn Khoai dual-use general port will feature a 1,000-meter berth with a capacity of 20 million tons per year invested by the Navy Service. General Phan Văn Giang affirms that Cà Mau, located at the southernmost tip of the country, holds strategic importance in both socio-economic development and national defense. He requested agencies and units to strive to complete the expressway projects before December 31st, 2028, with the route and port to Hòn Khoai finished in the first half of 2029. The minister also asked functional agencies and units to uphold their determination to complete works on schedule and maximize investment efficiency into construction quality in line with standards and law, and apply advanced technologies and guarantee safety. For making full use of favorable weather, working in 3 ships for cruise through holidays and Tet, as directed by the Prime Minister, ensuring timely completion and contributing to breakthrough developments in national development. On the morning of August the 19th, the Thăng Long Hanoi Heritage Conservation Center launched a series of exhibitions marking the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day. Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, head of the Party Central Committee's Commission for Information, Education and Mass Mobilization, attended and cut the ribbon to open the event. This year's program featured 3 themes: D67 House and Bunker, the journey to victory. Promoting the revolutionary value of the stratigraphic bunker, General Staff Headquarters, and Hanoi Flag Tower, Homeland and Aspiration for Peace. Most notably, the revolutionary site of the cryptographic bunker, General Staff Headquarters, has been open to visitors for the very first time, offering the public, especially younger generations, an opportunity to gain deeper insight into Vietnam's revolutionary and resistant heritage. The restored site preserves the original structure, while new interpretive methods and modern technology are applied in the displays to enhance visitor engagement. On August the 19th, General Trịnh Văn Quyết, chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, addressed the 17th Congress of the Party Committee of the Political Academy for the 2025-2030 term. Over the past term, the Party Committee of the Political Academy successfully fulfilled all goals and tasks set by the resolution of its Congress. Education and training work underwent comprehensive and synchronous renewal, with steadily improving quality that met the demands of new circumstances. Military science activities developed robustly, contributing to the enhancement of education, training, scientific research, and ideological theoretical structure. These efforts have not only improved quality but also reinforced the military political foundation. General Trịnh Văn Quyết praised the Academy as the true stronghold in protecting the party's ideological foundation, fully countering hostile viewpoints and defeating plots of peaceful evolution and depoliticization of the military. He also outlined 5 key tasks for the new term, urging our party committees and commanders to swiftly finalize action plans and ensure resolution is implemented effectively from the very first days. During his working visit to the Republic of Chile, Senior Lieutenant General Phùng Sĩ Tấn, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Head of the Ministry of National Defense Steering Committee for UN Peacekeeping Operations, held talks with Chilean Deputy Minister of Defense Ricardo Montero Allende. Senior Lieutenant General Phùng Sĩ Tấn highly valued Chile's extensive peacekeeping experience, particularly in missions in Africa and Haiti. He expressed Vietnam's desire to expand practical for cooperation with Chile in areas such as delegation exchanges, experience sharing, English and peacekeeping operations training, and joint workshops and specialized training. Deputy Minister Ricardo Montoro Allende reaffirmed Chile's respect for its friendship with Vietnam, praised Vietnam's effective contribution to UN peacekeeping missions. He also affirmed Chile's readiness to share experience, broaden exchanges, and deepen cooperation with Vietnam in the spirit of understanding, friendship, peace, and sustainable development. Coming up next, Vietnam's footwear industry sees opportunities in Canada and North America. Vietnam's red flag with a golden star, symbol of vitality. Amidst shaping global trade dynamics driven by tariffs, countries are seeking to diversify markets and reduce reliance on a single destination. For Vietnam's footwear industry, Canada represents a promising partner. The AFA Canada 2025 Expo in Toronto brought together 20 Vietnamese enterprises and hundreds of leading Canadian companies in the sector. Participation in AFA Canada 2025, alongside trade promotion and partner-seeking activities, aligns with the Prime Minister's directive on adapting flexibly and effectively to the U.S. reciprocal tariff policies. As one of North America's most prestigious trade fairs for footwear, fashion, and accessories, the expo attracts global brands, international buyers, retail chains, and manufacturers from many countries. For Vietnam's footwear industry, that is not only an entry point to Canada, a vast and growing consumer market, but also a great way to North America. Throughout the 80-year history since the National Day of September 2, 1945, the red flag with a golden star has become an immortal symbol of the will for independence, the desire for peace, national pride, and the vitality and bravery of Vietnam. For every Vietnamese person, the red flag with a 5-pointed golden star is always the most sacred symbol, and the love that every Vietnamese person has for the national flag has become a cultural beauty, always present in the hearts of every person as a tradition inherited from generations to generation. Vietnamese people worship their national flag. The red flag with a golden star appears in all important events, which has made strong impressions on exports. Jason, from the United Kingdom, has been living in Vietnam for 9 years. He deeply understands the love Vietnamese people have for the red flag with a golden star. The flag can be seen everywhere, from street corners to narrow alleys. Jason mentions that he enjoys the crowd celebrating with the flag whenever Vietnam's football team won. You can see the flag everywhere in Vietnam. On the National Day, people hang the flag on balconies and in front of their homes. The way Vietnamese people express their patriotism is incredible. An English journalist once remarked, "Perhaps there's no other nation in the world that loves its national flag more than the people of Vietnam." For the people of Vietnam, the image of the flag is closely tied to national events, forming a beautiful cultural tradition and symbolizing gratitude to past generations who sacrificed for the nation. At Building Square at 6 a.m. sharp every day, the national flag is solemnly hoisted to greet a new day. A team of 34 guests of honor wearing the solemn military ceremonial uniforms symbolizing the first 34 members of the Vietnam Propaganda Unit of the Liberation Army participate in the flag raising ceremony, a sacred national ceremony. With the sincerity and respect on behalf of today's generation for the independence and freedom that the predecessors sacrificed for, the soldiers perform this ceremony with unity and pride. It is a great honor and pride to serve at the mausoleum. Every day we perform such sacred rites, including the flag-raising ceremony in front of the mausoleum. People and soldiers across the country shed so much blood to gain independence and freedom in the past, so the flag flying at Building Square has great significance, not only to people of Hanoi, but also to those far and wide. All year round, regardless of rain or shine, the red flag with a golden star flies high and proudly to welcome the new day in the capital. The flag has become the sacred soul, the memory, the strength, the aspiration, and the faithful oath of the entire nation. Wherever there is the revolutionary movement, there is the red flag with a yellow star fluttering. The flag flies on the front line, on the construction sites, on the fields, even crosses the ocean and reaches far. No matter where it is, the flag with its best language helps international friends recognize that it is Vietnam. It is the end of the Listening News Bulletin today. You watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Goodbye and see you next time.